Hey YouTube, this is Itchy, and I wanted to give you a radiation fallout forecast for this weekend and Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday of next week. Before I show you the jet stream forecast though, I have a friend on Facebook who is starting to post all the TEPCO flashes that he is observing in the cams from the plant. And just over the last 2 days he's posted 10 images. Here's purple, orange, lots of smoke over near the incinerator, green, blue, orange. I can't tell if this is purple or blue. And again, look at this smoke over here. Here's a green one, purple one, orange. And I mean, you can see this is clearly happening in the air above and around the reactors. And here's another blue one. So in trying to predict where the riskiest areas of fallout would be in using these flashes and paying attention to the rainfall and jet stream, we've been doing pretty well with our predictions. So this is what we have going on right now, and it's kind of an unusual setup here, the way this is split. And I'll run through this slowly. This is for later on. This is for Sunday after midnight. So you can see it's covering a huge section of the country. Monday. I mean, look at this. And there's Wednesday. And this is what we have on tap for rainfall accumulation over the next 5 days. This is from NOAA's Prediction Center. Lots of rain in Oregon and Washington, Idaho, parts of Montana, Southern California, down into Mexico, St. Louis area, Kentucky, Tennessee, Indiana, Ohio, Michigan. I mean, it's really covering a lot of the country, and this is what we have going on right now for precipitation. So I would say, based on the flashes, that we need to really exercise extreme caution for any of these areas where the precipitation and the jet stream are coinciding, and that's a pretty good chunk of the country right now. So I'd use this time to work on things around your house or do things indoors rather than outdoors. And if you do go outdoors or you have children that are going to be outside at all, make sure that they are covering their mouth with a scarf, and that you wash the scarves and their outerwear with baking soda, especially if it rains on those items of clothing. I've got a quick look here at the EPA graphs, and if you remember the hurricane that hit Alaska, we're showing some spikes here. This is Anchorage, a little bit of an uptick in Fairbanks. There's been a generalized uptick in the baseline of the beta count graphs for both here Anchorage, although I mean this is obviously really turned down. Fairbanks, Juneau, the beta count graph's been disabled, but then we have a little bit of an uptick here. So I mean, we were expecting that. Hopefully people took precautions and showers if they got any rain on them in the past couple of days in that area. And I've got a short video And if you get a chance, take a look at it in its entirety. This is from an old civil defense film when our government did kind of sort of care about us and try to protect us by giving us information about how to avoid dangerous radioactivity. So stay safe, keep your eyes on the weather, stay out of the rain, and have a good weekend.
But also from fallout. Fallout, which may occur miles and miles away from the blast. You need to know about fallout, what it is, how to detect it, and what to do to protect yourself against it. Everybody needs to know. Yes, this does mean you. Watch and listen. One day, these facts may save your life. What is this fallout, anyhow? Just bits of radioactive fallout of the mushroom cloud of the nuclear explosion and settle on the ground. These bits of matter can be dangerous. You're exposed to some radiation every day, from cosmic rays or other natural sources of radiation. These exposures are too small to hurt you. But when a wartime nuclear explosion occurs, a serious fallout follows. Thousands of tons of atomized earth, building materials, rocks, and gases may be thrown into the air. And the mushroom cloud containing them sometimes moves as high as 100,000 feet, nearly 20 miles up. Some of the radioactive particles spill out near the explosion site. Others may be carried for 10, 50, 100 miles or more. But how will you know if there is fallout? You can't hear, smell, taste, or see the radiation. But you yourself can detect the fallout particles that produce it. The easiest time to do this, without special instruments, is when the fallout is settling through the air. This starts any time from about 1/2 hour to several hours after the explosion, depending on how far away you are. And it continues to fall for an hour or longer. Usually you can see the fallout. So if there has been an explosion of a nuclear weapon within a few hundred miles of you, you should suspect every unusual concentration of dust in the air of being fallout. After an explosion in daylight, watch any unusual accumulation of dust. At night, put a white or light-colored plate outside. Examine it every 15 minutes or so. If dust is accumulated on the plate, treat it as fallout. The particles in that fallout behave like miniature X-ray machines, sending out radiation in all directions. If there are many particles, and if you are exposed to them long enough, you will be hurt. Others will be watching for that fallout, of course. Experts will estimate the probable path and speed of approaching fallout and try to keep you posted. But it may come before you hear any details by radio or otherwise. You must take precautions, whether you hear their reports or not. If radio stations are operating, you will hear reports, especially on the Conrad frequencies 640 or 1240 on your AM dial. As soon as it is safe for specially protected crews to get out into the open, these highly trained civil defense radiation detection teams will make a thorough check of radiation levels and characteristics.
Where are these people now?
Those facts will be relayed to you by radio as fast as they come into Civil Defense headquarters in your area. Information from the radiation monitoring teams will be combined and analyzed by experts manning a central radiation control point. These experts, who know just how fast harmful radiation reduces in force, can predict when it will be safe for people to come out of shelters and resume normal tasks. We have warned